Here's the 2026 Honda CR-V Trailsport, and it's participating in a trend, the off-road capable crossover. A crossover that can go to all those spots you saw on TikTok that your normal friends can't get to. Problem is, it needs to be efficient, daily drivable, comfortable, and still do those things while not feeling like a traditional body-on-frame pickup truck. The fundamental key to all of this is a powertrain that is efficient and quiet. If you want a more truck-like powertrain, you can still get a naturally aspirated V6, but you have to go up to the Honda Passport. This has a naturally aspirated 2-liter inline-4 with a 2-motor hybrid system. Wow, this thing has an amazing turning radius. It is, after all, a compact crossover. It's supposed to be the perfect size. First and foremost though, like I mentioned, it's a hybrid. You can't get the Trailsport in a non-hybrid version. You cannot get the Trailsport by default then in a front-wheel drive format, which you can the non-hybrid models. Now we're gonna start out with a launch. We have our drive mode selector down here next to our hill descent control. Good off-road feature. We're off to a good start, right? But no hills around right now. So sport mode, it's in EV only mode. The gas engine should fire up at some point. Let's see. There we go. Will it do the fake gear changes? This 2-motor hybrid system sends the torque to the wheels via an eCVT. In all aspects, it feels just like a normal CVT. What do I mean by that? Well, it doesn't have traditional gears. The Passport with that naturally aspirated V6, if it has anything going for it at all, because it definitely doesn't have fuel economy on its side, it has a good feel to the transmission. The CR-V and all hybrid CR-Vs do not have that, but it'll give you fake gear shifts. There we go. There's actually a little break in torque there in between shifts too, which is kind of funny. 204 horsepower, 247 pound-feet of torque. That's almost 80 pound-feet more than you get in a RAV4 hybrid, even the TRD off-road model. So if torque is a good indication of an off-road capable vehicle, which it is, then we're off to a great start. It's incredibly quiet, refined. That is a lot of water, if you guys don't know. Up here in the Pacific Northwest, we have an abundance of water at the moment. If you guys in California or Nevada or Arizona want to take some, that would be amazing. And even if you don't, we'll deal with it just fine with the help of our 3W floor mats for this 2026 Honda CR-V. If you don't have time to dry off your dog, your gear, or anything else that wants to get out of the rain, mud, or snow, you better have some good floor mats. And if your CR-V didn't come with floor mats, that carpet is gonna start growing things. 3W laser scans the interior of each vehicle they make mats for to ensure a perfect fit, keeping them securely in place even in the extreme cold. The edges are precisely contoured to the edges of the vehicle so none of that water gets through. And using their Vigor Mold technology, 3W's floor mats are highly durable and resistant to that rough daily wear and tear, keeping their shape over time. And after the storm, cleaning is quick and easy. Just a quick rinse and you're good to go. And because they're made with 3W's exclusive Thorax material, they're non-toxic, odorless, and safe for all your passengers. And look, they even have these carpet inserts that you can easily clip back in place when the sun comes back out. 3W offers premium custom fit floor liners for Honda models such as Odyssey. 3W also provides high quality liners for a wide range of SUV and MPV vehicles. 3W's Christmas sale is on right now, and you can save up to $35 on their website using code ROAD3WMATS or up to $45 on Amazon. Protect your car this winter and hit the links in the description. Now back to the CR-V. This is the same hybrid system you get in all the other CR-V hybrids. It's awesome. It's a series parallel hybrid system. What that means is basically, like if we let off the gas, the engine shuts off. We're not burning any fuel. It's just kind of an EV only mode. We've got a couple of options to display the torque transfer, the power, where it's sending the power effectively on the gauge cluster here. Although the best part about this is I don't have to think about it. It's not a plug-in hybrid. It's kind of seamless. It'll go from all electric fire up the gas engine, you won't even hear it. And you just get that instantaneous kind of EV electric torque. It will, in some scenarios, also get the gasoline-powered engine just to directly power all four wheels. It is standard all-wheel drive, of course, or in some scenarios, it will send the gasoline torque or energy through a generator motor, which will then send the torque to the wheels through the electric propulsion motor. So all you need to know as a driver, it's quiet, it's smooth, and it is incredibly efficient. It will get a combined, 35 miles per gallon or 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers. I had it down to about 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers. I am no government bureaucrat making laws and efficiency regulations. 35 miles per gallon is enough for me, especially when I don't have to plug it in, and especially when with a full tank of fuel, I believe the trip range told me I had upwards of 700 kilometers of range. We've got paddles on the steering wheel, and this is not to encourage us to use those fake gears. We can put it in B down here to get a little bit more aggressive regen, or we can use these paddles to adjust the regen ourselves. It's great. Now here we go, here's a trail. We are doing some off-roading. That's what the Trailsport's for, right? No LSDs, no locking differentials, none of that here actually. There's no real torque vectoring going on here like we got in the Passport. So let's see how it does. Just up this little embankment. That was 3 wheels. Come on, traction control. All right, we made it. After a momentary lapse in judgment, vehicular regret, the CR-V is like, the mountains on the back, I forgot we have that badge. We need to start doing things. Now we're gonna try that again, but the first thing Honda did here, pretty much the only thing to upgrade its off-road capability, is the fact that they've tuned the traction control at lower speeds via software to perform better off-road. Here's the thing, it's gonna be fine for 99% of you who buy CR-Vs that want a hybrid, good daily driving experience. It's not gonna be good for those who actually wanna take it off the beaten path. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, Marcus, I could have told you that. The CR-V is not meant to go off-road, even though it has a Trailsport badge on it. And in that sense, I feel like the second you dive just a little deeper than the surface, we figure out that it's mostly an appearance package. Not that that is really a bad thing. The CR-V still looks great. It's an amazing size. They haven't gone ahead and chopped off half the rear end in order to make a coupe out of it. And the front end has a couple of different changes compared to the non-Trailsport model. You have a little silver bit down there. That's about it. There aren't any skid plates like the Passport gets, front and rear. The Passport has tow hooks. We do, however, have these 18-inch wheels exclusive to the Trailsport. It would have come with Continental Cross Contact all-season off-road tires. However, it's a bit cold out today, so they fitted this one with Michelin X-Ice snow tires. That's the biggest change right here. That's the showpiece. That is Trailsport, the cover photo for this vehicle. Actually, now that I say that, ash green pearl. Pretty good color, and only available on the Trailsport. And that's it. Okay, we have some gloss black door handles, the mirrors, a couple of other little bits, but in terms of functionality, the Passport gets those skid plates like I mentioned. It even has a real LSD in the back that's doing real torque vectoring, splitting the torque between the left and right wheels. And if we go all the way up to the Pilot Trailsport, that gets a 1-inch lift compared to the standard Pilot. At the very least, Honda can do this with a little bit of comedy. The Trailsport gets 2 exhaust pipes, or at least that's what they would like you to believe. This one is the real one, and all CR-Vs get that. However, if you upgrade to the hybrid models that have the more efficient engine, you get the appearance of more emissions. This one's just a bit of plastic. Trailsport on the CR-V is only slightly disappointing when you think about the things that you could do. If you think about and execute on the things that you're actually just going to be doing on a daily basis, it's a CR-V hybrid, and it does what a CR-V hybrid does best, which is carry things and people in a very efficient and comfortable manner. The hybrid does sacrifice a very slight amount of cargo space back here, but overall, I love the fact that it's super low. The load height on this, without any fancy air suspension you would get in a luxury crossover, is just super low. And of course, it's the winter, so we have some winter floor mats. No spare tire whatsoever with the CR-V hybrid. Second row has a ton of room. It's got 2 USB-Cs back there, and it folds 60/40 fully flat. There's no buttons here to do that though. You could actually reach in from here and fold the second row down that way, or go around to the door and fold it down from there. And of course, on the inside, we have the obligatory Trailsport stitching on the seats. Good seats though. What the Trailsport is here in the CR-V is really an extension of the Sport Hybrid trim package, which isn't all a bad thing. We get cloth seats, we save money there. They're really comfortable, they're not too basic. We have two-way lumbar. And then on the interior, we don't get any of the other reminders that the Passport Trailsport gets to remind us that we should be out on the trail. The Passport Trailsport had this cool kind of topography. You could call it a little bit cheesy, but it was there, and there was an attention to detail there for the Trailsport package that really set it apart from the others. Not so much here. Now, when we come back to the daily driving aspect of it, it's all CR-V, it's great. And there are some standard features for 2026 that we didn't get before. Standard, now all CR-Vs get the 9-inch touchscreen up here. It does not have Google built in unless you go to the top tier hybrid touring model. It's not a big deal, it adds some functionality. Built-in Google Maps would be there, but what's also standard is wireless phone integration, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So the Google built-in doesn't really make a difference. So that is standard. The standard Honda interface here, very minimalist. There's not really much to it, but it responds quickly. There's enough settings, but it's not overwhelming at all. They've kept the physical volume knob, which is key. Wireless charging is now standard across the CR-V lineup. And on the top tier hybrid models, you do get this new 10.2-inch digital gauge display. This was found in the Civic and the Accord. It's there, but now it's here. Physical climate controls, perfect. The Trailsport gets standard heated seats, heated steering wheel with the button on the steering wheel. Speaking of steering wheel, of course, it's leather wrapped. Really good materials. The best parts about the CR-V are still all here. It's so comfy. I love these seats, like I mentioned. Visibility's great. Great headroom. We've got the sunroof, suspension, super smooth, very comfortable. Best part is, and I was worried about this, these tires, at least the Michelin X Ice snow tires we have on now, don't add really any additional road noise. It's not compromised in the on the street, in the city at all. When you look at the competition, let's say a fully spec'd out CX-50 hybrid with real leather is less money. It's about $2,000 less there. This is, the Trailsport hybrid is $40,000 in the US, and up here in Canada, $50,000. I'm not really offended by the fake gear changes. The Civic hybrid did the same thing. It's totally unnecessary. Does the CR-V have any kind of fun dynamics on a back road? No, but that's not why I'm buying a CR-V. I love the CX-50. If you don't need the efficiency, the standard turbocharged inline-4 non-hybrid CX-50, game over for a compact crossover. That's the best one in terms of driving dynamics. Wow, that is half a tree on the side of the road. But if I'm just looking for a daily driver, a perfect companion to, I don't know, my Civic Type R or other kind of fun daily in the summer, this is a great winter daily. 10 out of 10 across the board. It's just simple to live with and one of the most efficient vehicles that you don't have to plug in. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can find me on Instagram. I've got a bunch of stuff coming up soon. If you're watching this, I am likely over in Tokyo, Japan. That is going to be insane. It's going to be wild. So look out for those videos. We'll see you there.